What's up, gals? Welcome back to my channel. It's Whit here again with another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the new Sheglam, their Glitz Wiz palette, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. And we're gonna see how this plays out. I know that the brand shop Alter Ego, they have a dupe as well, and I almost bought that one, and then I was like, I don't know about that. And then I saw this one, I was like, ooh, why not? I'm, you know, I feel like Shein videos, people like them. So I ended up just picking this one, and the packaging, can I just say, is gorgeous. I really like the way this palette looks. And also I feel like the layout of it is closer to the Metropolis one if you really want the feel and the aesthetics of like that, but not paying that price. So I'm gonna be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on this, but first we're gonna show the eye look, and then I'll give you guys my final review at the end. But yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Also follow me on Instagram, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. As per usual, I already have my eyebrows partially filled in. I use the Anastasia brow pomade in the shade Ebony, and then I use the Plan and Makeup by Yolando, her eyeshadow base, and I use the shade B. So we're gonna jump into the palette that we're gonna be using today. This is the Glitz Wiz palette. So this is what the palette looks like. So I'm just gonna hold this up and we're gonna talk about it real quick. So it looks like this. It does have this film on here with the names on it, and I kind of wish they would have just put the names right below it, because if you're gonna put that little spacing, might as well just go ahead and put the shades there. But I don't know, so I just have to like peel it back. I'm gonna keep this just because for video purposes, so you guys can know, but if you're just using it day to day, you wouldn't really need that. So let's jump into this. I'm gonna take the shade right here. It's called Cream, and I'm gonna be using this Morphe, their well, I don't know. I believe it's an M504. It has completely rubbed off, so. But this is a blending brush that I use in majority of my videos, so I have to go back and look because I don't know. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this in the crease. So when I first got this palette, I did swatch some of them, and some of them kind of like, okay, the mattes were the interesting part, because some of them felt like a cream, but it's not a cream. Like they just felt really soft, almost wet, like some of them. Sorry if I keep looking here, but like listen, if you do YouTube videos, one of your biggest fears is to get your footage back and you are out of focus, especially on like important parts. Is like, I can't cut this out. So if I keep looking to the side, that's why. Okay, so I like the way that has been applied on. I'm gonna take another Morphe brush. This is the M441, and I'm going to take the shade called Bad Choices, which is like the olive green in the palette. This is this one. Now I did swatch this one. Didn't swatch too great, and I'm gonna put this up so you guys can see. You see I have product on the brush, but like, look at this. I'm literally swirling, swirling, swirling. No kickback at all. Which I know people don't like kickback, but I kind of like it. At least I know I'm gonna get color payoff. So let's see, my brush is pretty like packed on. Yeah, see, this is why I kind of prefer kickback. This isn't bad, but like, I mean, you're going to swirl your brush in here before you can finally like get like a really good color payoff. Alrighty, so this is that green shade packed on. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade called Camden, which is the forest green shade in the palette, this one right here. And I'm gonna take this Luxie brush, and we're just going to stamp this on right here. Yeah, this was one of those shades that was like kind of wet feeling, and I'm like, I want you guys to see. This is what I'm doing. I'm literally dragging my brush in there so I can get something onto the brush. So when people say they don't like kickback, I'm just like, why? Like, I mean, it might seem like, oh, I'm wasting product because it's all coming out, but I don't like it too hard pressed either. Like, yeah, it's gonna take you a lot. Well, it's gonna take me a lot longer to do this eye look. Like, I'm having to waste time trying to get it onto the brush. Not even worried about blending it out just quite yet. So I'm really digging into this. This is crazy. And I'm not even sure if this is a powder. Like, that's another thing too. Like, but it might make sense why it's not giving me kickback. It might make sense. I did say they had like a wet type of feeling to them, some of the mattes. Because the first one I put down, that one felt like a regular eyeshadow. But this one right here and the previous green definitely feel like not real mattes. They don't feel like real matte shit. Like, not real matte. They don't feel like powdered shadows. And I'm going to take this brush. Actually, no, I'm not going to take that brush. I'm going to take the same Luxie brush I was using. And I'm going to blend out the edges. I think this is the blend that we're just going to get. This is different. It's different. I was tempted to just grab a different palette and just, you know, darken it up with a powder. I kind of prefer my matte shadows to be powders. I don't really want this to be like a cream type of formula. So that's why it's just taking me a little bit longer. It's not bad, but I just don't have that patience. I think I'm gonna take the shade called Metal. This shade right here, this like gold shade. I'm gonna attempt to do it with a brush. And if that doesn't work, then we'll just do it with the finger. Well, I'll just do it with my finger. I don't know why I say that. Like, oh, we'll just do it like Whitney. We're not there with you. We're not even recreating this look. Oh my gosh. Like, how many of y'all actually still recreate makeup tutorials? I don't. It's very rare that I'll see it like an eye look and I'm like, I want to recreate it step by step. Normally, it's like I get inspired by it. Like, I'll get inspired. I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of want to do something with those colors, but not that exact like format that you did, you know? So, like, this is the look that we have, or that I have. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on lashes, a very big pair of lashes, and some like, just I'm gonna tight line a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna do a wing just cause for some reason I decided that I'm gonna film 3 videos today, but that's because I have no other time next week to do it. So let's see, what lashes do I have? What lashes do I have in my collection? These are the AliExpress lashes that I will talk about, and this is in the style 5D77. This will do. So I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to kind of show you guys the bottom lashes and give you my final thoughts on this palette, which I think you guys heard majority of them, but you know, we'll just wrap up the video. Alright, you guys, so this is a semi-completed look. I went ahead and did my face off camera. In case anyone cares, I'm wearing the Dior Forever Undercover Foundation in the shade 50, and then I have it topped with the Givenchy concealers. I use the shade 22 and 32. 32 is a better shade for me, but I just took 22 to lighten a little bit. And then the powder, oh my gosh, like I got the Laura Mercier, their honey powder. Laura Mercier, so you've been holding on to us this whole time? Like, that powder is so pretty. I didn't even need to use my Makeup Forever matte velvet because it just did a perfect job. But yeah, and then of course blush highlighter was this palette. This is the Golden Hour palette from the Tammy X Revolution, her collab. So I used that palette. That is that. We're gonna go ahead and do the bottom shadow, which honestly I'm just going to take this thin brush right. What? Stop focusing on the goddamn glasses. I'm gonna take this thin brush right here and I'm gonna go into that Camden shade, which was that dark green that I put on my outer V, and I'm just gonna like smudge that all down below. I'm gonna go into the shade called Floating, which is the matte blue, because I think the other one is supposed to be a shimmer. Oh, look at this, y'all. I literally, let me show you what I did. I just did this, and I did that, and you see how it formed? Y'all saw it. These mattes are pretty. Ew. It looks like Play-Doh. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm gonna take this Sephora brush. This is the number 15. And I'm gonna go into the shade called Next to the Moon, which is this like duochrome shade right here. And I'm just gonna pop that on my inner corner. Did that do anything? Let me show you guys what that shade looks like now. This is after one use. All right, so I went ahead and picked up some lip options from Shein as well, because I saw that they have lip glosses now. Because if you watch my previous video showing like Sheglam's makeup, the gloss that I thought I picked up that was a gloss was not really a gloss. It was like a soft matte lip color. Didn't really like that. I picked up another one of their lipsticks because surprisingly, I actually really like their lipstick, and even after the video, I continued to use their lipstick, which is this one. This is a shade Heartbeat. Absolutely love it, and they smell really good. So I picked up a different color, which I'm going to use today. This is the shade Deep Under. Deep Under. That sounds a little seductive. I'm going to take the Shayla X ColourPop BFF4 lip liner and line my lips. I hate that ColourPop lip liner does this. Like, it's so annoying. Taking the lipstick, which is this really pretty nude color. Ooh, I love the way their lip glosses, their lipstick smells like cake batter. All right, so these are the 3 glosses that I picked up from Sheglam. And these are the swatches. All right, so the bottom one is called In Disguise, which is like a pink purple duochrome. This shade right here is called Deja Vu, which is like a rose gold color. And then the last color, which I will be using today, which is called Fix It, is like a champagne color. Ooh. Like this. All right, you guys, so this is the completed look, and it came out nice. It's not my favorite look that I've done, to be honest. I feel like I could have, I don't know, it's not my favorite look personally. But let's go ahead and review the palette. I kind of gave you guys majority of my thoughts while doing the actual tutorial. Now, I didn't try all of the shades out, but based on the ones that I did try out so far, I'm not too crazy of them. You guys saw that blue shade literally turned into putty. That's what I meant. Like, the mattes are not like a powder matte. So if you like that, you're going to find yourself a little frustrated with this palette, because you just kind of have to move slower by having to take time and pick up the shade on the brush. They weren't really hard to blend. It was just annoying that I couldn't just take the shade and, like, you know, do as I usually do. The shimmers, I only tried 2 out of the palette. They were nice. The gold one that's on my lid kind of got a little all over the place, and same thing here in the palette. It kind of got to other shades, but for the most part it was nice. The shade that I liked the most actually was my transition color, the very first shade I laid down. I like that type of texture for my eyeshadows. I like for it to be a nice powdered finish. Shadow. I want it to be dust, powder. You know what I'm saying? Am I in focus? Please be in focus. Please don't let me not be out of focus. Also, I love the packaging. I did try out some their glosses. They finally actually got glosses that are real glosses. I would recommend these. They actually do feel like gloss. My lips look good. They look good. So yes, the lip glosses were nice. The lipsticks, I like Sheglam. I didn't remember Sheglam. I like Sheglam's lipsticks, at least this one and this Bullet. They have another one, I think. I haven't tried that. All right, so would I recommend you picking this palette up? Honestly, it's $11. It's super cheap. Also, with Shein's website, you can definitely find coupon codes to save even more money. And then if you also save your points, you can use your points for cash off. So you can get this for even less than $11. I would only say get it if you really wanted the Natasha Denona Metropolis Palette color story. But as far as like the actual formulation, it's literally worth the $11 that you paid for it. Like, you should never ever pay any more than that for this palette, because I'm sorry, this formulation is just not my jam. Now I know that Alter Ego has their own dupe, and I almost bought that. I almost bought that one. That one was $22. Maybe if you really want to try out this color story, but you don't want to spend the money that the Natasha Denona one cost, probably try out the Alter Ego one. I know that one has gotten pretty good reviews. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos showing off Sheglam's makeup and my other videos here on my channel. Follow me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying. And I will have everything linked down below if you guys want to shop any of this stuff, okay? And until next time, I'll talk to you beauties later. Bye.